Hi, this is Mark Laughlin speaking for the Ambidextro Gunfighter. In our previous video, I reported that we had our first RDB malfunction. It was a failure to eject. A shooter from Portland was trying the RDB at the time, so maybe the rifle had an allergic reaction to the Portland shooter. Anyway, as we were dealing with the failure to eject, getting the stuck case out, I noticed that the barrel extension was loose. And another potential factor was that we were using Hornady Frontier ammo. Now, during post-mortem cleaning, I found primer cup debris scattered throughout the mechanisms of within the chamber of the RDB. So it appears that our previous report about blown primers with the Hornady Frontier ammo is validated once again. I'll have links down to these different videos in the description. So anyway, I submitted a support ticket on April 19th to KelTec, and actually the first response I got from them was on October 29th, so about 10 days before I heard anything back from them. Now, while I was waiting for a response, I went searching for a hook spanner wrench so that I could actually, I was planning on just fixing the issue myself. The lock nut that secures the barrel extension is not sized to match anything that's commonly available for the AR-15 armorer's kits. So maybe someone can make a hook spanner wrench for the RDB. It would be worth having for the Mad Max or Z-Day scenario. Now, once I got a response from KelTec, follow-up questions were rapidly answered, and given how busy the firearms industry is with all this panic, it was nice to have the rapid-fire communications. Now, I really just thought that I would just get some advice on how to fix the issue myself, like how much torque to tighten down that nut, and if I should use some Loctite on it. I'm pretty confident that I could snug things down, and with the application of just a hint of high temperature red thread locker, avoid any future problems. But since KelTec's technician said that head spacing needed to be checked, and given that they had a jig to ensure the proper alignment, I went ahead and sent the barrel in. I offered to buy a jig, but those aren't for sale. So I'd already squandered 10 days, already delaying our escape from the Wyoming winter due to the election, and we're really pushing our comfort zone for rolling south. Already we endured record cold and snow, which is quite a challenge in an RV. You can see how we managed on my channel at Raggedy Edge. I'll put a link about that down in the description as well. So, coming up on possibly America's most tumultuous political situation without my preferred battle rifle. Now, I would have just said fuck it and I'd just fix it myself and test it myself, but for purposes of giving my subscribers a KelTec warranty support report, I went ahead and rushed the barrel to them. They kind of wanted the whole rifle, but to avoid the FFL hassles, in case we needed to have it meet us out of state, I just shipped the barrel assembly only. Now, I recorded a before clip of the barrel assembly so that I can kind of compare my proposed repair to the returned assembly. I'm pretty confident that the 3 lugs will be tabletop flush and that the same number of threads will be exposed behind the lock nut as I have here in this before video. Now, head spacing will have to be based on a complete turn of the barrel extension. You can't do partial adjustments there. So it's not like we can get some kind of uber precision adjustment being made there. So basically it's a matter of aligning the locking lugs to capture the bolt head. Now, I also thought that I would just buy a replacement barrel, say a 20-inch medium profile barrel, to do some follow-up testing of the muzzle device versus bullet weight. But again, that option is not available from KelTec. That's a bit alarming. So, if the lights go out on election day, I will be relying upon my Bravo Company manufacturing AR. While I still admire BCM's quality project, compared to the RDB, it just feels like a relic. Probably kind of what a World War II GI would have felt giving back his Garand for an M1903. Now, from the ambidextrous gunfighter perspective, this is not an exaggeration. You know, dredging up the whole awkward transitions, feeling the muzzle weight, and the astonishing overall length, and the muzzle inertia, just how much weight is out there, extended out, resisting movement, and then wanting to keep moving once you get it moving. And then just how chintzy the charging handle kind of feels, and this annoying obstruction known as the forward assist that gets in the way with left-handed operation right here. And the non-ambi bolt release, you know, it's only on for a right-handed operation. We don't have a mirrored version of it on this side for left-handed operation. And the less than perfectly mirrored magazine release with this, you know, kind of this is an Arms Unlimited ambi mag thing here that's not, it works okay, but it's definitely does not have the same feel left and right. And then also, of course, the opposite side interference of the selector switch. It gets, if I try to, like if I'm shooting right-handed here, it kind of just interferes here with my trigger finger if I try to operate the selector switch. And that, I have that problem left or right-handed. That has to do with the fact that's basically a 45-degree throw versus like the, I don't know, 15 or 20 or 30-degree throw on the KelTec RDB. It definitely feels weird now practicing magazine changes with the magazine way out in front of you more like this. And I do notice the added weight when inserting a magazine. I notice that weight being further away from my body. So when using 30-round magazines, I notice it even more. Just that extra weight out there, especially when you're trying to operate or hold the rifle one-handed, which is not a problem with the RDB. Trigger on this is great. I really like the trigger on the BCM, but it's not any better than the RDB. RDB has a terrific trigger. It is nice to be looking through the ACOG again. I really like the ACOG. And you know, everyone thinks that you need magnification to be accurate at distance. Yeah, it does help some, but only if your skills allow it. Most people, without training, have poor trigger technique, crap breathing, and they don't even understand natural point of aim, and are inadequate in the use of steady hold factors. Lacking these, it does not matter how precisely you position your magnified optics reticle on that 400-yard target. If poor firing technique pulls it off, say 6 minutes of angle, well, just not very useful. So anyway, if you attend a Project Appleseed Rifle Marksmanship clinic available in every state, definitely will help you take better advantage of these magnified optics. Anyway, I do feel a bit naked while my RDB is out of action. Hopefully it finds its way home soon. It's Mark Laughlin speaking for the Ambidextrous Gunfighter. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, so the RDB has to go back to the mothership for warranty work. Turns out that this barrel extension has come loose. I'm kind of surprised that it has to go in to have that tightened up. It seems to me that I could, with this flat on there, that flat there, that I could set that to being flat on the table there as well, and then tighten up this nut, maybe use some red Loctite and solve the problem. But they want it to come in, and so we'll see what it looks like when it comes back. One of the things I want to see, of course, is if my hypothesis is correct. These all need to be parallel, and then we'll see if it comes back with pretty much like the same, where I've got it here for the head spacing, because I did not let this come unthreaded any. It's just come loose, and I've made sure to keep it in the, you know, not unthread it anymore or tighten it up anymore. So potentially I'm pretty confident I could take and just maybe back this nut off, do maybe a dab of red Loctite, put that in position, and then maybe take this back, do a little dab of red Loctite, tiny bit, and then snug it down. Of course, I don't know what exactly the torque setting is for this lock nut. Be kind of hard to get it really tight, I think, with like a spanner wrench, and that's not any conventional spanner wrench. At least it's not like any AR one. It's quite a bit smaller in diameter. So anyway, we'll send it in. At least I can send this part, just the barrel, in without having to go through an FFL, since the receiver is like the dust cover part of it. So I can send this in and hopefully get it back quickly, and we'll see what it looks like. And then here again is the barrel extension, and the presumption is that this basically needs to be parallel across these from one end to the other.
Wolverines.